Bougainvilleas are vigorous-growing ornamental shrubs that are native to eastern South America. This tough plant can grow outdoors in the warm and humid conditions in USDA hardiness zones 9B to 11. In USDA zones 8 or cooler regions, these shrubs can grow in pot and containers indoors if the right conditions are maintained. Bougainvillea was named in honor of Louis Antoine de Bougainville, a sailor and explorer during the late 1700s. These shrubs are commonly used as landscaping plants at resorts and cottages in warmer areas. They are usually trained to grow and cascade down a strong fence or a pergola for that tropical vibe. The vines can grow to about 20 to 30 feet in length, and will become woodier and heavier over time, so make sure the supporting structure is hefty enough to hold the weight. They can also be pruned into a small tree, planted in rows as a hedge or border plants, or even frame a doorway. Turning them into topiaries is another way to train the shrubs. When grown in the right conditions, the bright cluster of blooms can practically cover the entire shrub. The colorful papery leaves known as bracts are commonly mistaken as flowers. These bracts are long-lasting and come in orange, yellow, apricot, red, purple, magenta, pink and white. The true flowers are small and white and rather insignificant. In southern United States, they usually bloom during winter, providing bright colors in the landscape when other plants are dormant. Bougainvilleas do not have a dominant trunk, multiple stems grow at the base instead, called canes. The canes are twining and they use their thorns to grasp the structures for support. They do not have tendrils, which means you may need to use plant ties to train the vine. The best time to plant bougainvillea is in spring after the danger of frost has passed. Choose the sunniest spot in the garden as they need 6 to 8 hours of full sun each day. The more sunlight they get, the more vivid the colors of the bracts get. Plant them in slightly acidic, well-draining, sandy loam soil. Keep the soil slightly moist when first planted to allow the roots to develop. Established plants do not like wet soil, so water only when the soil has dried out. Water established vines deeply once every 2 to 3 weeks. Root rot becomes a concern when they get too much moisture. Plant them 6 to 9 feet apart to give them room to grow if you are planting 2 or more of these shrubs. Bougainvilleas are heavy feeders, so feed them regularly throughout the growing season with a balanced fertilizer. Avoid giving them excessive nitrogen, as it will result to more foliage and less blooms. Due to their vigorous growth, pruning is a must if you want to keep the shrub tidy. Pruning will stimulate new growth and keeps the plant healthy. Bougainvillea blooms on new growth, so any pruning are best done in the fall or early spring by cutting out any old, woody stems. Be aware that the canes have long, sharp, nail-like thorns. Always wear thick, long garden gloves and eye protection when handling the shrub. Bougainvillea caterpillar is a common pest that eats the leaves of the plant. Mealybugs can be a problem for plants grown indoors. Insecticidal soap can be used to control any pest infestation. For bougainvilleas grown in containers, they tend to bloom best when they are slightly pot-bound. Planting them in too large a container will only promote new growth rather than flower production. Place the plant in the south-facing windows where it will get the most sun. Bring them outdoors during the summer months. Fertilize every 2 weeks to encourage more blooms. Whether planted in the landscape or grown in containers, bougainvilleas are such versatile and low-maintenance plants that provide vibrant tropical vacation vibes. Thank you for watching.